Welcome to the Skate Electric British Championships at the new West Ham Park rink in Basingstoke, Hampshire. Good evening. Nearly 100 skaters poised to take part in this historic competition which features junior and senior British figure skating championships as well as the ice dance event all together for the very first time. It really should be a week to remember. The main event tonight is the pairs free program with Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor homing in on a 5th consecutive title. The opposition, well, Catherine Barker and Michael Aldred are in sparkling form after their recent impressive showing at the Skate Electric UK International. The senior men have reached the original program stage, and the man defending his British crown is Christian Newberry. The 17-year-old Stephen Cousins from D-side is stepping up his challenge. With me now is international referee and former British champion Sally Stapleford. It really is a bumper week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super, because it's the first time we've ever had junior men-ladies pairs and dance combined with the senior, and it really is a terrific event.
You think it's a good idea to combine them?
I do. I think the competitors are enjoying it. You know, they can watch the different standards and different events, and it's far more crowded. I mean, it's a very, very good audience. It's great.
And as if to celebrate, Joanne Conway's made it here because she's had a terrible time with injury, hasn't she?
She has. She's been very unlucky in the last year, and I believe she's still injured. I think she has a tendon problem with her foot, and I think she's having daily injections.
But if she wins, it'll be, what, 5 on the trot?
5,
I know
yeah.
someone else who's done that, don't I?
Many years ago, a long time ago.
Modestly.
Yeah.
What will you think about seeing your record equalled?
Oh, it'd be good. I mean, good luck to her. She can do it. It's great. Yeah.
We're also having a chance to see all the juniors at the same time, which is marvellous. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are pretty excited about Suzanne Officer.
Yes, she's got a lot of talent. I think there's a lot of improvement there. She's got to get her basic skating better and body line and position. But she has got talent, yeah.
So we've got a lot to look forward to.
Hopefully.
Sally, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's move on to the ice for our first final of the week, the senior pairs with defending champions Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor in the lead after the original programme. Barker and Aldred second, and Hayley Williams and Neil Herring third. Our commentators, Betty Calloway and Simon Reed.
So first we see the couple lying in third place going into the free programme. From Oxford, Hayley Williams and Neil Herring. Now Hayley had a bad fall in practice this morning, which has hindered her. She's got a bad swelling around her left knee where she fell after coming down from the lift. I'm afraid it's a very average start for these two. You may remember 2 years ago were third in the British Senior Championships. But then Neil had a very bad back injury. They didn't compete all through 1988. Back this year.
some quite original moves in their programme. That was the lift that she had the very bad fall on this afternoon. Unusual way to go into a death spiral, that.
Well, for me, the last half so much better than the first, but it seems a lack of cohesion between the two of them. Never really skating as one, but plucky performance from Haley, considering the bad fall she had earlier on.
It is that death spiral, which is the most unusual entry. It's very well down. But I'm afraid it wasn't a very good performance overall. I think that fall unnerved her a lot more than we all thought.
They're the marks for technical merit. Haley with Mother Pat and Father Michael, who train the two of them. And for artistic impression, it's not good. 4-1 up to 4-4. They'll have to hope for mistakes from the others, and that's no way really to approach the competition. I'm afraid it's back to the drawing board. And here are the British champions going for their 5th successive title. Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor. Start with a side-by-side double look. The routine they call the Oriental Adventure. Saw it for the first time in the UK International at Richmond, and it seems to have been pepped up quite a bit here. Just held on to that prone double axel.
the programme has improved on the whole quite a bit since their last competition. They've taken out a lot of the little fiddly bits, and it's opened it up, and it's given it a lot more speed over the ice.
And that's about as good as a thrown triple salto as they've had throughout their careers.
Very good death spiral, that's where she changes feet. Most unusual, but they have to take great care that they do have one foot on the ice all the time. But when we're talking about world class, they really will have to have some more triples in.
And accomplished a performance as I've seen from them. And don't they look thrilled. All credit to them. They train themselves now over in Britain. They go to Kerry Leach's training centre at Kitchener in Ontario. But here, it's the two of them on their own. And they've been working hard, you can tell. And that's the reward.
Well, here comes their thrown double axel. Good height. She just managed to hold on to it at the end. Well, that was really quite a polished performance.
And the marks coming up, the technical merit marks were between 5.2 and 5.4, and for artistic impression, 5.0 up to 5.5. Really good. Chris Howarth, former British champion, alongside them. And he is really pleased. Look at the two of them. Fantastic performance from Peak and Naylor. You'll be back with us for more from Basingstoke after this break. Aldred. Now you remember Michael from the UK International? He's the boy with 2 club feet. Doctors thought he'd never walk. He had a series of operations. The club feet, a result of pressure in the womb from twin sister Charlotte. 3 operations in 5 years, and eventually took up skating, and now he's a formidable talent indeed. Side by side, double flip. Terrific cohesion at the moment. Looking very good indeed, these two. British junior champions last year. This is their first senior competition. Combination there. They really are put perfect together.
Well, these two improve each time I see them. The program has matured a lot, although they haven't actually changed anything in it. They always look so sure-footed. On the landing of her jump, she lifts her shoulders rather badly.
Well, they may not win this year, but they're going to be very close indeed. And Catherine in tears. The emotion of it, just too much at this point. Their first British senior competition, and they've had a performance here which really does rival Peake and Naylor, who ironically have competed as well as they have in their careers. Terrific stuff.
Beautifully skated. Lovely height on her jump, both on the single jump and the throw.
The marks for Catherine Barker and Michael Aldridge for technical merit, 5.3.
And the marks for technical merit, 5.0 up to 5.3. I don't think that's quite enough. They've got to improve for artistic impression. And in all honesty, I don't think it was good artistically as Peake and Naylor. Let's wait and see. Very close indeed. 5-0 up to 5.4. It's not quite enough. Peak and Naylor have held on, but by the skin of their teeth, and these two are lying in wait in future years. Don't forget the names, Catherine Parker and Michael Aldred.
It's very, very well.
And there's confirmation, the bronze medal to the Oxford couple, Hayley Williams and Neil Herring. Catherine Barker and Michael Aldred from Durham get the silver. And it's 5 in a row, but only just for Cheryl Peak and Andrew Naylor.
Well, our next final comes tomorrow night. That's the men. This evening, they've been contesting the original programme after the compulsory figures in the morning. This is how they stood after the figures. Mark Renyard in the lead, Christian Newberry second, and Lee Yip third. Our commentators for the original, Nicky Slater and Simon Reed.
And here's the man who last year won the British Juniors. The most exciting prospect in men's skating in Britain. 17 years old, Stephen Cousins. Really difficult combination Stephen does. And he's lining up for it now. And I'm afraid it wasn't there. Triple look, double toe, but as you saw, the fall through on the look meant that the toe wasn't there. And that's half a mark off, just like that. But he's recovered well with the triple toe. Good. Double-footed on the double axel, I'm afraid. He's not going to be in the top three, I don't think.
That was a real shame with the hesitation, just trying to get it right too much before the takeoff.
Well, the presentation was good, but the technique and the jumps wasn't. His first British Senior Championships, and he'll have learned a lot from that 2.5 minutes, I'm sure. And as long as he carries on learning, it won't have been wasted.
Well, he generates excitement throughout his performance. It keeps driving on. The height in that jump, triple toe look, was amazing. The spins were fast and well centered. You can't afford to miss anything in the original program.
And the marks for the required element are not good, but he knew that. 4.2 up to 4.6, if only the jumps had been better. The others around him haven't done too well, so he'll still have a chance as long as he has a good free program. He has the best free program on paper, but he needs to put that paper into practice, obviously. And for presentation, they'll be higher, a lot higher, 4.7 up to 5.3. At the moment, he's in second place, but he knows he'll drop from that. Dispiriting performance, he'll have to come back from it. And here's the champion. Won against all the odds last year, spent the last few months in Colorado Springs with the Fasses, lives in Tamworth, 21-year-old Christian Newberry.
Interesting, he went for the easier combination. He'd been trying the flip and it hadn't been coming off. He saw what the other guys had done and knew he didn't have to try too hard.
On the end of that step sequence, it's a very difficult one, but it shouldn't be that difficult. And that may prove to be very important indeed. Well, it was far from perfection, but then we've had a disappointing original program so far. He compromised, as Nicky was saying earlier on, going from the flip to the toe loop. And maybe that will do him good with the axel. Just one mistake, the others were doing too. So maybe he'll be up there at the top going into the free.
The name of the game is to win. And the Fasses know how to get people to win. There was the double axel, but apart from that, there was attack and excitement and verve in his program, particularly in the step sequences.
.5.
8.8.
4.5.
The marks for the element, well, they're not that good. 4.3 up to 4.7. They're as good as anybody else has got for the element. I thought they'd be a bit stronger.
I would have expected them to be a little bit higher than that too.
And he's willing the artistic to be better. They will be.
Presentation. 5-0. 5-0.
Yes, 4.9 up to 5.4. They are the best so far. And Christian Newberry at the moment is in the lead going into the pre-program. No wonder he can smile. And here's an 18-year-old from Nottingham whose career so far has been plagued by injury. He's in third place going into the original program. Lee Yip. double toe combination. Good start. Still waiting for one man to go clean in this original. To come.
He's always had a very good style on the ice, but he's now got a lot more speed as well. It makes all the jumps and all the movements look that much more impressive.
So he is clean. And now he can just show out for the rest of the performance. That's a really encouraging performance from Lee Yip. Has had terrible trouble with injuries, twisted vertebrae in his back for a couple of years, went to ballet lessons to strengthen that back, then last year had a leg injury which put him out then, and he's come back full of smiles and full of promise.
With some of the takeoffs, he really has your heart in your mouth because it just doesn't look safe. This was one of the best ones, the triple Salchow, but even then he's holding on to the end of it. Sheer will, and that's what it takes if you're going to get up to the top. He had that throughout the whole routine. A great improvement on all his skating that he's ever done before.
Wendy Payton, his trainer, alongside, trying to analyse those marks as they come through. They're very good. 4.7 up to 5.0, 3.50. Those are the best for the elements. And now, for presentation.
4.9, 4.8.
Not that good. 4.7, a couple of 5.2s, but they're good enough. Lee Yip has won the original program, and he leads overall going into the free program. Well, the disappointing news here is that the immensely talented skater from the Queen's Club, Charles Wildridge, has failed to appear for the original program. Apparently he was desperately disappointed with his performance in the compulsories and couldn't face it again. So he's out. In third place, going into the free program, Stephen Cousins, the junior champion. In second place, the reigning senior champion, Christian Newberry. And the leader going into the free from Nottingham, Lee Yip. We're taking a break now. Join us in a couple of minutes.
Future. Here are Nicky and Simon again.
Here's the red-hot favourite. Bronze medalist last year, but was so good in the UK International, he stands a great chance now. 15 years old from the Cowell Club in Ayr, Suzanne Otterson. combination, and the first part of it, of course, triple Salchow. The first triple of these championships.
Singled out of that axle. Apart from that, everything going according to plan.
This the girl, remember, who a month ago was thrust into the senior competition, the UK Skate Electric, and she finished 7th, but her manner of performance there was absolutely sensational. Triple Salchow, she really does do it well.
The quality of the jump, she has a lot of speed into it, no hesitation, and a lot of height.
The only problem she seems to be having with that one jump is the double axel. Super. Not just a performance good enough to win the juniors, it surely will. That could well have been good enough to win the senior competition, and she's just 15 years old.
Well thought out program, good music, it was delightful, it was fun. She's got a bubbly personality, the jumps are excellent. You can see the complete control on the landing of the triple Salchow and the delight on her face.
And the marks for technical merit, 5.4 the best, down to 4.9. Look at Yvonne Cameron, who trains up there, thrilled with her protege. And there could well be a star of the future. In view of what's happened in the past, we mustn't say too much, but this girl has got some talent, and obviously she knows how to put that talent to use in competition. Any more than that, we have to wait and see. 4.8 up to 5.4 a couple of times. Almost certainly she has won the British junior competition. And the result, a triumph for Scotland. Bronze medal to Jill Anderson from the Magnan Club in Irvine. Silver medal to Susan Humble from Whitley Bay and Sunderland. And the gold medal to this exciting young prospect, Suzanne Otterson from the Cow Club.
Encouraging to see so much talent in one so young. Well, we've also had the final of the junior dance. Let's hear now from Betty and Simon.
And here the couple in second place going into the free dance. They won the original set pattern and have a chance of overtaking the leaders here. From Slough, 12-year-old Marika Humphreys, 16-year-old Justin Lanning. Justin going for a repeat performance. He won the British Juniors last year with Lisa Sheehan.
One of our most promising young couples. They have a quality of skating that you don't often see at this level. Very nice lift there. Slow part is particularly good. They have a very nice feel for it.
It had its faults, but there was so much promise there. And what a time for little Marika. If we focus on her, it's because he's been here before. He won it last year, but for her first performance in front of a big crowd, in front of television, and hasn't she done well?
Well, very well skated. Just one little flaw towards the end. Beautifully presented and very good presentation and personality.
She's thrilled with those marks for technical merit. 4.4 up to 4.8. And Jimmy Young showing his delight as well.
Second, and Tracy O'Connor third. Our commentators Nicky Slater and Simon Reed.
And here's the girl bidding to become national champion for the 5th successive year. 6 injections in a foot she's had this morning. Joanne Conway. Joanne's been having tendon trouble in her left foot, and the injections right the way through the day just to alleviate the pain. She shouldn't really be skating here at all. And down on the triple salco.
worked fine twice in the warm-up, and she looked very strong. She still looks very strong and in a class above the other girls here, but just seems to jinx her when she has to do it in the competition.
Fine on the double axel, and ironically that's the one that causes her the most pain. Well, she shrugs her shoulders. It's a brave, brave effort to be here. A lot of the connections said that she shouldn't, that she wanted to be here to defend her title. And maybe it was enough.
So a program with lots of pep, fast artistic spins, the strength is there, and the talent does show. But this is what's critical. Doing the combination jump, and it just didn't come off, not enough rotation, and the second part of the combination was non-existent.
The mark for Joanne Conway, first into the required element, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9.
And the marks for the element, well, considering
4.8,
she takes off
4.7,
half a mark for the fall, they're not as bad as all that. 4.6 up to 4.9.
and for presentation,
And they'll be higher, surely, for presentation, because the
5.3,
showmanship was certainly there.
5.3,
Very good.
5.4,
The best
5.1,
so far,
5.3, 5.3,
in fact, second best so far, but she leads Joanne Conway at the moment. A big moment for this young girl. Last year, the British junior champion. A taste of the senior action now for Emma Murdoch, who's lying in 6th place going into the original program. Yes, a beam there. She landed that double axel. This is, of course, made famous by the Duchesne.
Lovely combination spin. Judges looking for how the speed is maintained and the number of revolutions in each position.
That's a useful combination. Double axel, double toe loop. She looks really aggressive. Double flip. All three jumps well landed. And that's a really clean performance, and look at the aggression as she finishes it. She knows she's done well. What a start for this girl in senior competition.
Excellent dramatic performance. The choreography kept going right the way through. And there's the combination double axel, double toe loop.
The mark is disappointing for the element. Carol Bartlam, who trains Emma at Solihull, looks there, analyses them, and I would think maybe secretly a bit disappointed. 4 perfect 5s or 4 5s, but not really as good as you might have thought. But these are better. 4.8 up to 5.3. And Emma Murdoch could really be threatening the top 3 now. A fine performance from her. And here's the girl who really missed out on last year. Plagued by injury, but back with a vengeance at the moment. In second place, going into the original. Gina Fulton. Year last year, badly ill, and following leg injuries the year before, put on a stone, but she's now taken it off and is fighting fit and raring to go, get back into contention for a place in the European Championships. She needs to be in the first 2 for that. Double loop, double toe loop. There was a triple planned on the loop, but in view of what's happened earlier on, I think they probably settled for a double there, and I think they're right. This original program, from what we've seen before, won't take a lot of winning. Really good to see her back and smiling again after all she's been through. A really gutsy girl with a lot of ambition. And I'm so pleased to see the hard work paying off.
Impressive program, lovely spins. But the way she flowed over the ice was what struck me, much better than I've seen before. There was the double axel, just managed to hang on to the end of it.
4.9, 4.8, 4.8, 4.4.
And the elements, well, they've not been that kind to her. 4.4 up to 4.9. Seen another girl who's come back from the States,
And for
up in the
presentation,
northeast with Lorna Brown there. And now for presentation, they should be a lot higher.
5.2,
Yes, they are.
5.9,
4.9 up to 5.4. And Gina Fulton moves into the lead, going into the free program. And there's confirmation, and what an exciting free program we have in store. Emma Murdoch moves into third place after winning the original. Joanne Conway moves down to second, and the leader going into the free is Gina Fulton. But whichever one of those young ladies wins the free, wins the title.
Sally Stapleford, a bit of a turn-up then. Emma Murdoch winning the...
Second place going into this free program, Christian Newberry. And a really exciting program he has in store for us. Two key jumps. The first one, perhaps the most important, coming up now, the triple look. Oh dear.
He just didn't hold the edge going into it. He's done it fine in the warm-up. Disaster.
Recovery here with the toe loop. The triple flip, in fact. And a good one, too. Now he has to re-establish his confidence and concentrate like that.
He's actually skating straight after the warm-up, and he hasn't got the benefit of seeing what his competitors will have done, so he can't afford to hold anything back at all.
Strong double axel. He's very much a free-spirited Christian. Changes his program as much as he goes along, and that's his nature. And he has to live with it as well as die with it. Sometimes it lets him down. It didn't last year, and he's still got time to recover. But all wrong, as you saw, going into that triple salto. And now it is looking bad.
The weight just looked totally wrong, and he dug in too deeply. Couldn't get the lift.
There's a triple salto properly landed. Triple number 3. And there the toe loop. Solo again, but it won't count because he's already produced one. It wasn't in combination. A quite bizarre performance from an extraordinary character. After the mistakes he made early on, most competitors would be dead and buried. Not Christian. Somehow got his act together, and he's not dead and buried. He still has a sneak of a chance. Not a great one, but 4 triples, not bad at all.
Well, the presentation is 1,000% better than last year. The choreography was good. Everything was much sharper. The jumps had a better quality about them. There was the triple toe loop.
The mark for Christian Newberry, first into technical merit, 5.2, 5.1, 5.1.
Well, the judges
5.5,
are having a difficult time, as everybody is trying to analyze that performance. 5.1 up to 5.5 for technical merit.
Thank you. And for artistic impression, 5.0.
Christian's pushing his brother out of the way while he gets Krista Fassi in with him. 5.0 up to 5.4. Well, he has a chance. And there's Krista, who's as mystified as all of us. So here's the leader, the man who's come back from all his injury problems to be at the moment the best skater in Britain. Will he be at the end of this 4.5 minutes? 18 years old from Nottingham, Lee Yip. To start. Double axel. Fourth jump coming up now. That's exactly what happened in practice, down on the triple flip. Down on one of his bread and butter triples, the triple Salchow. Only one triple so far. He needs at least a couple more. Double axel, double toe loop. Lee, who's come back from crippling back injuries and then a leg injury last year, which put him out for most of the season.
in the original program if he'd have the stamina to keep going for the full 4 minutes. And it seems like it might take another year before all the triples are in place.
Down on the toe loop. He's got one more triple planned, the triple salto, and he needs to throw it in. Otherwise, kiss goodbye to the gold medal. And it's not there. Well, all credit to Lee, who smiles now for his comeback in adversity. But it has to be said, one triple toe loop should not win you the British title.
Well, whatever's happened today, Lee Yip can go away from here remembering his excellent original program and the fact that he was leading the British Championship. But this performance really wasn't good enough. It doesn't look like he's got the stamina to keep going. And there's one of the jumps. Just couldn't get the feet open to check out at the end.
The mark for Lee Yip for technical merit, 4.850, 4.850.
And the marks are nowhere near good enough. The judges have not been kind to him. 4.6 up to 5.1. Wendy Payton, who's nursed him back, and will be proud of his achievement throughout the last year, and will be concentrating from here on next season, because it's not going to happen for him, I'm pretty sure, this season. Looking hard for their artistic marks, but they can't be that good. No, they're not. 4.4 up to 4.9, and Christian Newberry has moved in front of him with one skater still to come.
Next to stage, Stephen Cousins from D-side.
A roar from the crowd and a big, big smile for the British junior champion. And what a chance he has now. If he wins this free program, he could well get in and win the title. 17-year-old from D-side, Stephen Cousins. He has 7 triples planned. Here's the most difficult of them, the triple look. It's there!
He only needs to do one more and he'll win the championship.
Triple toe loop, there's number 2. Christian Newberry had 4, remember, but he fell on others. He missed out on that one. That should have been a triple salto, only a double. He's got to calm down. The crowd are raising him too high. triple flip.
He's really got to compose himself. The start was terrific, but he needs the extra jump. One of the things that always characterises Stephen's performances is the way he can generate excitement with the crowd. An excellent choice of music and brilliant interpretation.
Triple toe, double toe. Triple salto, there's the fourth, and that may well be the clincher. And the last 30 seconds may well have done it for him. He said he came here regarding these championships as his apprenticeship. Well, he's hardly the master, but he may well have done enough to become British champion at 17. So disappointed with his performance in the original programme. He's come back strongly here.
Performance was also a performance of character, because the middle, it was all falling away from him, and he pulled it back at the end. Triple toe loop, double toe loop combination.
The mark for Stephen Cousins, first with the technical merit.
A scream goes up as the marks come out.
7, 5.4.
He only needs to win this, to win the title, to win this free, and those marks are the best. 5.4 up to 5.7. They are very, very strong marks indeed. And Donna Gately, who's training through these months at D-side, so happy. Now, the marks for artistic impression.
5.4.
They're good enough. 5.3 up to 5.8. You're looking there at the 17-year-old British champion. There's confirmation. The bronze medal goes to Nottingham's Lee Yip. Christian Newberry, gold medalist last year, silver this. And we have a new champion, 17 years old, from D-side, Stephen Cousins. What a night for you.
Unbelievable. Can't believe it. It won't sink in until about 4 days.
You said earlier today when I was talking to you that you regarded this very much as your apprenticeship. You were a bit disappointed with your original programme. What a contrast this was. It wasn't perfect, it has to be said, but amidst all the cauldron of the pressure on you, you really performed.
I was really pleased with the way I did tonight, even though there was a couple of mistakes here and there. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been doing too many doubles and doubling out a lot of things. And Donna said, just go out and make sure you rotate. I don't care if you fall flat on your bum, just make sure you go out and you go for everything. I didn't go for one of the jumps, so I'll probably get beaten up for that, but apart from that, I'm over the moon.
It was a spectacular start, wasn't it? I wondered if it went to your head a little bit, because the crowd were going mad. I wondered if it was difficult for you to calm down after those first 2 jumps.
Well, after the first look, I mean, it's supposed to be combination, but I only did a look. There's another one in the program to do with combination. But after I did it, I thought, well, just, like, calm down, because so often before I've made a mess of the second jump. And, well, I did again, but I covered it up and put a triple on the end, so I was really pleased with that.
British champion. What does that mean to you?
It's a stepping stone. It's up from here, I think, hopefully.
I know you've got your sights at the very top. If it can be done, you really want to be there.
Oh, yeah, for definite. Just for British skating, as well as for myself, personal satisfaction.
Meanwhile, treasure this. It's a great moment for you, and enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
So now...
Simon Aldridge.
There was the attempt at the triple falco, and you saw the result.
And you can see before he takes off that his body posture isn't right, his head is down and he's leaning too far forward, which prevents him being upright in the air.
Good double combinations he's putting in. But his main rival, Simon Briggs, has 3 triples planned in his program. Well, certainly one of the tallest juniors I can recall. And at times, it didn't look too good artistically, but there was a lot in it. No completed triples, but a lot of double combinations. I have to wait and see, but I think he's looking for mistakes from the others.
The program overall was really well skated, covered a lot of ice. The jumps had a lot of distance in them. He was trying to get that triple salchow, but couldn't get quite round. But there wasn't enough risk in it, not enough attack to take him up to win a gold.
And the mark for Simon Aldridge for technical merit, 4.6, 4.9, 4.6,
And the mark,
4.7,
as good as we've had so far, but they're not going to be enough. And he knows it. And Crompton, who trains him at Solihull, knows it too. 4.6s up to 4.9s. And for artistic, well, I wouldn't have thought they would be as good.
4.7,
4.9 just once down to 4.3.
4.8.
I don't think that's going to be good enough. He's now really looking for a medal of some description. Well, he won a bronze medal last year. At the moment, he leads going into the free program. From Oxford and Ashfield, Simon Briggs. Three triples planned in his program. He's been near faultless in practice. The first triple will be the first jump you see. It'll be a combination. And there it is, triple salchow, double toe loop. Great start. Really confident he looks already. And from now on in, it's plain sailing. He's won the competition. He can enjoy himself.
Well, he's looked from when he stepped on the ice as though he was enjoying himself. I've never seen him look so relaxed. The jumps are being popped off without any effort, and they're excellent. But there's one thing maybe he could work on, and that's the depth of the knee bend in his basic skating. If he could get more knee bend, he'd get more power and more speed over the ice, and that would make everything look that little bit more better.
Triple Salchow, this time on his own. Yes, there's a very positive young man. He knew he was on a winner as he stepped on the ice, and what a week it's been for the Briggs family. On Sunday, his brother Jason won the junior pairs competition with Catherine Pritchard, and now 17-year-old Simon has won the men's. Brilliant stuff. A very, very confident performance.
Excellent skating. Triple Salchow followed by the double toe loop. When you look at him, you can see that there's great potential there. He should stretch more with the arms and work on that basic skating to get more power.
And the mark for Simon Briggs for technical merit.
There he is with Michael and Pat Williams, who train him at Oxford. And he knows they're good. 5.2 up to 5.5.
5.2, 5.2, 5.
And that's what we've been lacking in British skating. Someone with a positive attitude like that. If he can improve on his technique, I think that's his brother come to see him. Jason, what a week it's been for them. Fantastic stuff. And now
for
artistic impression.
5.0.
4.8 up to 5.4.
5.0.
Simon Briggs is the British junior champion.
4.8.
And there's confirmation. Graham
From last year, Tammy Sear. This was very much her stronger program. Things went away from her in the free program which followed. The performing to a piece of music called China Girl by Vanessa May.
Tammy's going to open with what hopefully will be history for British Championship. A triple Lutz combination in the short program from the senior lady. I haven't seen one of those before. And that was as good as you would see at any World Championship. Beautifully controlled.